Have you ever been judged in a split second? No words, no chance to explain, just one glance, and you were dismissed. 500 years ago, in Florence, one man understood why. His name was Niccolò Machiavelli. He wrote a book so dangerous, the church banned it. But behind closed doors, kings, generals, and modern CEOs still read it. Today, I'm going to give you 5 power strategies from that book, so you will never be ignored again. And when you hear the last one, you'll realize you've been playing as a pawn all along. Truth number 1, people are emotional, not rational. In 1510, a wealthy merchant in Venice was fighting for the biggest textile deal in Europe. His rival had a lower price, equal quality. Logic said he would lose. But the night before the contract was signed, he invited the buyers to a grand banquet. Music, wine, rare dishes served under golden candlelight. He didn't talk about business once. He made them feel like the most powerful men in the city. The next morning, the deal was his, not because of reason, because of emotion. Machiavelli wrote, "Men judge more by the eye than by the hand. Everyone sees, few touch." Translation for the modern world. People decide based on what looks good, not what is good. You see it everywhere. A friend asks for dating advice, then ignores it because it takes effort. A coworker complains about being broke, but buys Starbucks every morning. A woman says she wants a nice guy, but chooses the one who makes her feel alive. Lesson: don't try to logic someone into action. Appeal to their emotions, their self-image, their need for instant satisfaction. Want to influence someone? Don't just tell them what's best. Show them what makes them feel best about themselves. Have you ever lost an opportunity just because someone felt you weren't enough? If you have, this is only the first step to changing the game. You were probably taught that loyalty is everything, to your friends, your company, your partner. Machiavelli disagreed. He wrote, "Since love and fear can hardly exist together, it is safer to be feared than loved." Why? Because blind loyalty is a trap. It makes you predictable. It makes you useful to them. Think about it. The friend who only calls when he needs something. The company that preaches family values while cutting jobs overnight. The partner who keeps her options open while expecting your commitment. That's not loyalty. That's exploitation. The most powerful men I know are not blindly loyal. They are strategically loyal. They give when there's mutual value. And the moment that contract is broken, they walk away. True loyalty is a two-way street. If it only flows one way, it's not noble. It's foolish. Machiavelli's lesson: inspire loyalty through strength and value, not through weakness and need. Because a man who clings to loyalty that isn't returned isn't respected. He's used. Have you ever stood by someone only to realize they would never do the same for you? That's the moment you should remember this truth. Your reputation is not about being liked. It's about being respected. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few know what you really are. Perception is reality. If they see strength, you are strong. If they see uncertainty, you are weak. Most men think authenticity means showing everything about themselves. That's wrong. Strategic authenticity means controlling what people see while staying true to your core. The men who complain about being misunderstood are usually the ones with the weakest reputations. They think if people just knew the real me, everything would change. Here's the truth. The real you doesn't matter. What matters is the version of you that serves your goals. Want to be seen as competent? Stop complaining. Show solutions. Want to be seen as valuable? Don't be always available. Scarcity creates value. Want to be seen as powerful? Never explain your decisions to people who can't change your life. Machiavelli's formula is simple: consistency, mystery, controlled vulnerability. That's how you build a magnetic reputation, because the man who controls his image controls the game. Have you been letting people see the real you, only to watch them use it against you? Then it's time to rewrite how they see you. You were probably taught to avoid conflict, to keep the peace, to get along with everyone. Machiavelli said the opposite. There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of others. Conflict is not an accident. It's the constant background of life. And if you're not prepared, you're already losing. In your career, someone wants your position. In relationships, there's another man ready to take your place. In social life, someone is testing your boundaries. The men who win don't go looking for fights, but they're never surprised when fights find them. They train during peace. They build alliances before they need them. They save money while they're making it. They stay sharp when no one is watching. Because when trouble comes, they're ready. And the man who is ready rarely needs to fight. Machiavelli's warning: the lion can't protect himself from traps. The fox can't protect himself from wolves. Be both. Recognize traps like a fox. Scare off wolves like a lion. Ask yourself, if your job vanished tomorrow, your relationship ended tonight, or your allies turned into enemies by morning, would you be ready? If not, now is the time to prepare. You've been told to just be nice, that people will like you if you're agreeable. Machiavelli knew better. Being nice is about avoiding discomfort. Being good is about doing what's right, even when it's hard. Nice guys avoid conflict. Good men face it. Nice guys say what people want to hear. Good men say what people need to hear. Nice guys chase approval. Good men earn respect. Look at powerful men, CEOs, presidents, champions. Are they nice in the way most people think? No, they're fair. They're just. They help others. But they're not afraid to disappoint people who don't matter. Machiavelli wrote, "Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims. Weakness disguised as kindness will always be exploited. Strength combined with kindness is magnetic. So be kind, but never be weak. Be good. But don't be a people pleaser, because in the game of power, nice guys don't finish last. They don't even finish the game." Have you been mistaking being nice for being good? If you have, that ends today. Most men live like the game isn't happening. They pretend life is fair. They think good intentions are enough. But here's the truth. Machiavelli knew. Everyone is playing. Some play to win. The rest are pieces on someone else's board. You can tell yourself you're above all that you don't need power, that you'll be fine if you just work hard and treat people well. But the world doesn't care about your story. It only responds to your strength or your weakness. Every room you walk into has a hierarchy. If you don't decide where you stand in it, someone else will decide for you, and you might not like the role they give you. This is the part they never taught you. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. But above all, never be ignored. Think back to the last time you were overlooked, a promotion that went to someone else, a woman who lost interest, a group that stopped inviting you. Was it because you lacked skill, or because you lacked presence? The man who wins doesn't just work harder. He moves differently. He sees the trap before it's set. He speaks at the right moment and stays silent at the right moment. He knows when to give and when to walk away. This is the transformation Machiavelli offers you, from being moved to doing the moving, from being played to setting the rules, The question is, are you willing to change how you see the world and how the world sees you? You've just heard 5 truths, 5 strategies that the weak will call manipulation and the strong will call reality. Truth. 1. People are emotional, not rational. They buy feelings, not logic. They follow those who make them feel powerful. If you keep leading with facts alone, you will keep losing to men who lead with presence. Truth 2. Loyalty must be strategic. Your loyalty is a currency. Spend it where there's a return, and never, never invest it where it's taken for granted. Truth 3. Reputation is about respect, not being liked. The world doesn't care about the real you. It cares about the version of you that commands the room. Control that version, or someone else will define it for you. Truth. 4. Conflict is inevitable. The war is always happening. You're either preparing or you're prey. Be the fox that sees the trap. Be the lion that makes others fear setting it. Truth. 5. Being good is not the same as being nice. Nice guys disappear. Good men endure. Be kind from a position of strength, and they will respect you. Be kind from a position of weakness, and they will destroy you. These truths aren't motivational slogans. They are rules of engagement. They have been tested for centuries, in courts, in battlefields, in boardrooms, and they still decide who holds the crown and who kneels. Now you must decide. Do you keep pretending the game isn't real? Or do you start playing to win? Why most men will ignore this? Most men will nod their heads at what you just heard and then do nothing. They'll go back to chasing approval. They'll keep giving loyalty to people who see them as tools. They'll keep telling themselves that being nice is enough, and they'll keep wondering why they get passed over, disrespected, replaced. You see, power doesn't come from knowing. It comes from doing. It comes from making different choices when the easy choice is to stay the same. When the meeting gets tense, most men shrink. The player holds his ground. When someone pushes the boundary, most men laugh it off. The player pushes back. When an opportunity appears, most men hesitate. The player moves first. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. He knew that in every room there is someone who commands attention and someone who disappears into the background. If you've been disappearing, it's because you've been living by the wrong rules. Rules designed to make you predictable, manageable, harmless. But here's the hard truth. No one is coming to save you. No mentor will hand you power. No one will invite you to the top table out of pity. If you want to own the board, you have to flip it. If you want to change the game, you have to stop playing by their script. And that begins the moment you stop being afraid of being seen as dangerous. You are standing at a line right now. On one side, the man you've been. On the other, the man you could become. The man you've been is safe, predictable, liked by some, respected by few. The man you could become is different. He is not controlled by emotions. He controls them. He is not blindly loyal. He is strategically loyal. He is not obsessed with being liked. He commands respect. He does not fear conflict. He is prepared for it. He is not nice. He is good and strong and unshakable. If you've listened this far, you already feel it. You know you're not meant to stay small. You know you're not meant to be moved like a pawn. You're meant to set the rules, to move others, to make your presence impossible to ignore. This is just the beginning. In the next video, I'm going to give you the most dangerous principle Machiavelli ever wrote. It's the strategy that makes people desperate to earn your approval. Friends, enemies, even rivals. But I'll warn you now, once you learn it, you can't unsee it. You'll spot it in every conversation, every negotiation, every relationship, and you'll realize The men who control it control everything. So if you're ready to step out of the crowd, if you're ready to stop being ignored, if you're ready to become the man who moves the pieces, subscribe now. Because the next lesson is not for the faint of heart. And remember, it is better to be feared than loved. But above all, never be ignored.